Claire, a 16-year-old girl, was nearly sent home from the hospital after a doctor dismissed a severe pain as indigestion until an X-ray revealed a massive, life-threatening tumor. Emergency surgery saved her life, but her mother uncovered a shocking hospital cover-up, leading to a lawsuit, media firestorm, and proof of systemic negligence. In the end, doctors discovered the tumor was a rare teratoma, and Claire's survival sparked reforms that changed hospital policies and inspired countless families to demand justice. Please comment where you are watching us from. Click subscribe and turn on notifications. Imagine walking into a hospital in unbearable pain, only to be brushed aside, told it's nothing serious. That's what happened to a teenage girl one late evening. But seconds later, when her X-ray appeared on the monitor, the doctor froze in disbelief. Her name was Claire, 16, quiet, studious, with a soft presence that made her loved in her small town. But lately, something was wrong. She began complaining of sharp stomach pains. At first, her family thought it was stress, but the pain only grew worse, until one night, Claire collapsed in her room. But instead of help, they were met with dismissal. The doctor barely looked at her. He muttered, probably indigestion. Even when Claire whispered that the pain felt like stabbing knives, he waved it off. Her mother refused to leave. She demanded at least an X-ray. Annoyed, the doctor finally agreed just to quiet her down. Music shifts tension building. Claire was wheeled to radiology. The machine hummed as images processed on the screen. The technician leaned closer, then froze. He didn't speak. He called for the doctor. He glanced casually at the film, then stopped. His face was drained of color. His lips parted, and in a trembling voice he whispered. On the film, deep inside Claire's abdomen, was a mass pressing against her organs. Not indigestion, not stress. Something far more terrifying. The same doctor who mocked Claire's pain now scrambled in panic, shouting orders. The room turned chaotic. The scans were undeniable. Claire had a massive tumor growing inside her, dangerously close to rupturing. The doctor, visibly shaken, explained that if they had sent her home, she might not have survived the night. Claire was rushed into emergency surgery. Her mother sat outside, trembling, replaying the doctor's earlier words in her head. It's all in her head. If she hadn't insisted on that X-ray, her daughter would be gone. But as Claire fought for her life, something disturbing unfolded behind the scenes. The hospital staff whispered in corners. Paperwork was quietly altered. Records of the doctor's first dismissal seemed to vanish from her file. Her mother, already shaken, began noticing the inconsistencies. First, the nurse who had overheard the doctor's dismissive comments suddenly refused to talk. Then, the initial intake report where the doctor claimed she was exaggerating was nowhere to be found. Hours later, Claire survived the operation. Doctors told her family the tumor had been removed, but the damage was severe. She would need months of recovery. The good news, she was alive. The bad news, the trust in her caregivers had been shattered. Her mother demanded answers. Why was her daughter nearly sent home to die? Why were medical records suddenly disappearing? And why was the hospital trying so hard to silence the truth? The doctor, now quiet and pale, avoided eye contact, but Claire's mother refused to back down. She began documenting everything, every word, every missing paper, every conversation. Weeks later, she uncovered something chilling. Claire wasn't the first. Other patients, too, had been dismissed. Some weren't as lucky as her daughter. Buried in the hospital's records was a trail of negligence and silent tragedies. The hospital's reputation depended on keeping these mistakes hidden. But now, with Claire's survival and her mother's persistence, the truth was at risk of breaking wide open. Claire's ordeal was no longer just a medical emergency. It was the start of a battle against a hospital desperate to protect its image, and a mother determined to expose the truth. What happened when the truth came out shocked the entire town, and it's a fight that isn't over yet. To be continued in part 2. Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and turn on notifications.